Good evening, good people. Let's pop it off, y'all. Y'all ready to go? Last night, y'all.
Alright, motherfucker, listen up. This is for the fucking homies steady giving no fucks. If you wanna join the party, put your middle fingers up. But when the music fucking hits, you better right now, 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 right now. Right now, 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 right now.
What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing? Good to see everybody in the chat. What's up, beautiful people? Who we got in here tonight? Hillbilly, what's up? Hank, what's up, yo? What's up, Miss Vic? Brooks and Gardens. Hey, D-Chat. Kittens are eating wet food now. So not as many bottle feedings and using the litter box. Aw, kitties. What's up, man? What's up, Hillbilly? Stacy, what's good? Hank Bridges, what's poppin'? Chris Morgan, Art, what's up, y'all? Bambi, what's up? Chrissy with the K. Amy. Ben said, fix time last day. Your live is over. Tell me it's not over after tonight. No, I'll be still going live and stuff. I'm just like chilling out on the Whitaker content. I don't need to really hear much more until the paperwork on Patrick comes out, then I'll talk about it. If there's something that, like, I don't know, is noteworthy of a change in this shit, then I think I've got everything I've needed from it. That's for sure. What's up, Earth? What's up, Della Lane? Like, I don't have to keep going on and come building narratives and shit. Like, that's just not who I am, and that's not what I do. Let them weirdo women over there do that shit. Courtney Reed, hello, AD and chat. We've been on vacation. Fucking vacation. What's up? What's up, y'all? What's up, Freddie? Whiskey. It's been raining all day. It's been raining all day here. Yeah, I had a headache most of the day. I almost didn't even come live, y'all. I almost didn't be. I got a fucking headache today. All right, man. I'm gonna start off. I'm right where I ended last night. If anything comes through here that, like, I don't know, I don't want to miss anything because you see what happens when we miss stuff. Like, we miss stuff. 40 y'all in here, man. Could y'all please tap that like button? Let me bring on in Eric Carroll here. I mean, I'll speak about the Whitakers if something new comes up. I'm gonna work on trying to get that paperwork and I'll speak on it then. But other than that, man, I think I've gotten pretty much everything I've needed from it. I see what the deal is. I don't have to put paint where it ain't. I don't have to tell you that some man flew in, like Cuddle said, and he flew all the way to West Virginia just to hug Timmy for a long time. Like I don't have to do that. That's not what I do. I don't have to do that. Weird ass shit. That was funny as fuck. That was funny. Let me read what she said because it was funny. It was funny. Yeah, this shit is funny. She's seen she's so the lady we're talking about, Yay, who doesn't show her face over there that talks about the Whitakers. She's seen Eric's brother once and thinks he's a perverted creep and looks at Timmy sexually. She seen Eric's brother one time, y'all, and build this big narrative up. She calls Eric friends Mark Douche because she doesn't like his face. She thinks John Mass flew all the way in to West Virginia to give Timmy long hugs and is somehow part of a huge conspiracy and a scammer. That shit is hilarious to me, dog. And if you want to believe that type of shit, then I don't want you over here anyway, weirdo. Fact. Eric has hidden cameras in the showers. Oh man. What the fuck, bro? Oh fuck, man. Yeah, man. I think it's about time. I'm about over with it, man. I don't want to be mixed in that mess, man. Fuck no. Fuck no, dude. Oh shit, man. I forgot that she acted like they were all involved with some porn ring with Timmy and shit. I forgot all about that, dog. I forgot all about that. These people are weird, man. God, these people are fucking weird. God, these people on YouTube, man, they come here just to get their weird sides out or something, man. I don't know what the fuck? Because if you acted like that in real life, you would be dismissed by anybody that you come in contact with. Shit. The faceless must be a pedo since she's obsessed with it. It's fucking weird, man. She got drunk again last night, got on live for 4 hours. I don't know how anybody could take 4 hours of that, bro. I couldn't take 10 minutes. Jesus Christ.
I mean, at best, everything, dude, I think it was like $50.
It went full screen this night.
Walmart.
Remember last night,
Yeah.
y'all? I could not get this to go full screen whatsoever. Now I'm going to speed through this because, quite frankly, I don't really care for this guy that's up there with him, Dwayne. I think he's cocky. I'm a little cocky too, but I think he's cockier. That crazy Susan is getting out there too, man. I know, bro. I'm over it. I'm getting up out of this shit, bro. I don't need to talk about the Whitakers, bro. Fuck no. People are lost, man. And I wouldn't dare have my name involved in none of that shit. I see familiar faces and shit over there talking with fucking crazy Kathy. I'm like, what? Motherfuckers be weird, bro. They don't like being called out on
guy
either.
that is usually in rags. He would have, been appreciative of anything. He didn't need that, especially at a time where you don't have any money and like you're struggling.
Right.
Like $500, and I'm like, oh my God. Well, then you know what? If that's his money, he's doing what he wants to do. And then I was like, Patrick, what are we doing here at the boot barn, man? We're supposed to be going to get that air conditioner. No lie, Dwayne. He goes, I don't have money for an air conditioner.
See, this is where I was talking about last night. This is how I feel like I don't really like. I think both these dudes were in it for the money, right? Here's my problem with this. You got all this to say about something that you propped up as good in a video, right? Like in the video, he was like, "Yay, we're getting the Whitakers a fucking air conditioner! Yay, the air conditioner!" But now you hear her saying, "Well, that was good. I didn't like it at all. This is something I didn't like." Well, why did you do the video like that? Because it comes off as if you're like a two-faced or you're a fake or you're a fraud. It does. Because you really didn't want to get the air conditioner. But since you were cornered to do it, and you told them you were going to do it, Patrick got you to do it. BJ sold the air conditioner, man.
I'm like, what? dude, we was just there at the Whitakers, and you told Betty we were gonna get her an air conditioner. You had said on Facebook, we're on our way to get them an air conditioner. He's like, I don't have it, Eric. And I was like, you just spent this money. He was like, that's what I sold my boat.
Yeah.
Well, but then he's telling me at the same time, truck's been repossessed or about to be repossessed. He's behind on like,
God, he's giving that truck repossession fucking statement to everybody. Jesus Christ, man. How many times your truck gonna get repossessed every month, huh, Patrick? God, I've heard people tell me that story a bunch, dude. Justin had that same story. I know of 2 women that I'm not even gonna get into. How many times you gonna have to pay off this? You can't make your truck payment, bro. I mean, we're supposed to be men, right? We're supposed to be big bad men up here. I mean, that's the way you try to come across, as if you're a man and your responsibilities are covered. Can't be a man unless you're taking care of your responsibilities first. Manhood comes way after responsibilities.
so many things, guys. It's not even funny. I'm like, anyway, it gets worse. So here I am, this newly involved project, my first time up here. We're already been put on Facebook. We're getting them at AC. They're hot. My biggest thing was I was
Yeah, but you don't still get that. They don't still get that, Mary. They don't still get that. It doesn't go on forever. They don't still get that. I think I was watching something not too long ago where that had been cut off a long time ago.
about the family. Right. I went to Walmart. AC's basically sold out. So then we went to Lowe's. Thank God, dude.
I don't know the full
AC that was on sale.
The full truth. So let me first say that I don't live down there. I've never been around the Whitaker, so I don't know anything. I'm not gonna come up here and be like those weird ass people and make up stupid ass narratives about people. I'm not gonna do it. Nobody's bitter or badass than Patrick, especially with all his holler hoochies. Yeah, but that's even growing thinner too.
It was a scratch and dent. There's a video of that on there, and I said God was looking out for us.
Went from
what people might not know, I wasn't
whatever channel was allowed.
Like, look at what I got. I was bragging because I was like, I didn't have much money.
Right.
And
yeah, you couldn't afford it.
I'm like scraping here, dude. This trip was not planned for me. I'm very tight on my finances, guys. And so, anyway, we got that air conditioner. Well, so I think here we go. We're on our way back to go to the Whitaker's home to give them their AC. Oh, he's like, "You want a coffee?" I'm like, "No, I'm okay." He's like, "I'm gonna go get a coffee." Okay, I do got a coffee now. It's cold because we're outside and it's cold. So we end up at a local place called the Seven Brew, and he orders some coffee.
Oh my God, he drank out of 2 different things. He just literally told you that the coffee he was drinking in that cup was cold, so he got it out of the thermos. Can you believe these people made up fucking narratives about this shit? You ought to be ashamed of yourselves as adults, man. You really should. You got to be one of the weird ones.
While we're ordering coffee, there's like some teenage girls there. I think underage, probably like 16, 17, 18-year-old girls. Patrick looks at him and he says, "You know who this is back here?" Ask the ladies at Seven Brew if I'm lying. "You know who this is back here?" And there's a couple of girls that looked in the truck and he's like, "No." He's like, "This is Timmy Whitaker. He's world famous. You need your picture with him." And they was like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah, all of you. You need your picture."
You got 3 drinks too? And you better not have 3 drinks. You're not an American. You're not an American. You are allowed to have 3 different drinks, Leesky? Oh, you got to be an alcoholic. And I ain't on methadone.
It was cringe for me, dude. It was very cringe. But Timmy got out. They all came. They took a picture. They was happy. It somewhat turned into a cute moment, but it was just like, we made a scene where there wasn't a scene necessarily to be made, you know.
It's all right.
But then, nope, not off to the Whitakers yet. Hey, man, I want to buy you something to eat. I'm like, I'm not hungry. My stomach and like stress is like, I'm not hungry. He's like, no, I want to buy you something to eat. I'm like, I am not hungry, Patrick. He's like, well, I'm going to get something to eat real quick. We get the Chick-fil-A. As soon as he starts ordering, I want 12 Chick-fil-A sandwiches. 12 Chick-fil-A sandwiches. And then you got fries and sweet tea and everything. And I'm sitting there in the back of my mind, like, he just told me he didn't have any money. He let me buy the air conditioner. We just went to 7 Brew. Then we're at Chick-fil-A. He's getting 12 chicken sandwiches. And I'm trying to justify these actions.
Right, yeah. There's a piece I'm missing.
Seriously, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, dude.
Right.
Like, it wouldn't be this crazy. Nobody would do this.
He did it.
So I'm sitting there thinking maybe he's buying the Whitakers a sandwich too. That was around 2, 3 o'clock, if I remember correctly.
God damn, son, you pounded 12 fucking chicken sandwiches, dude. You pounded 12 chicken sandwiches, Patrick. Jesus Christ, man.
We got back later on that night, those Chick-fil-A sandwiches, they never left Patrick's.
Damn.
The guy that didn't have no money. For the next several weeks until we got paid, or until I got paid from my other projects, okay? And I spent money from my other projects being up here to do this for the Whitakers.
Other projects.
I had $100 left in my banking account. I have never been overdraft, guys, in my adult life. Never missed a house payment, anything. That $100, my insides were just boiling for weeks. I was so nervous, and like every morning I was afraid to check my bank because I'm like, if one bill hits right now, or if my girls get hurt or sick, or like I don't have any backup money, and I can't stand being like that, dude. Like my safety net was gone. And
people that don't live like that, though, Eric, they don't understand that. They don't understand it. Yeah, I like sweet tea. I don't drink it much as much as I like it. I mean, I like it. I enjoy sweet tea. I just don't drink it a lot. I need to buy it more. I'm stuck on drinking shit out of the bottle now. I don't know what it is, but everything I buy now is out of the bottle. I think it's the fact that I can close it up. My cat can't knock it over. I think that's what it is, because I'm buying everything in bottle now. I mean, I've got some cans. I bought that new Mountain Dew. It's got dragon fruit in it. I always try them new shit, fruit drinks and shit. I always try them. The dirty Mountain Dew wasn't that bad. Yeah, he seems pretty petty to be having the big ass home built, right? Like, that's not petty at all. Sweet tea all day. I have a friend that does sweet tea all day. Black cherry sweet tea. You in Chicago, Ernie? I ain't far from you.
thank God I made it through. But that was on the first trip. And then I'll tell you about this. I've told it once, I think, maybe twice, but I'll go through it again because it's the same trip. That was the first big red flag I got with Patrick.
Okay.
And now as I'm seeing this again, I've already been doing this stuff with him. Now I've been seen because I'm there in public. That's when I hugged Ray, or when Ray hugged me on that first visit, and I sprayed his knee. Now the next day, people kept asking, who's Eric? Who's Patrick? People wanted to know. I was like, Patrick, we need to do something. Let them know who we are. It's not about us, but at the same time, let's go on there, be transparent, and let people know who we are and what we're doing this for.
I think I have that video. I think I've got all of the videos they took down. Let me look and see. I think I do, though. No, I don't have that one. That's the one I don't fucking have. Damn it. Shit.
Proud to do that. And that's the video that you see meet Patrick and Eric. And that was in the hotel that I had rented at that time. So we do all that and everything. And then afterwards, excuse me for the language, guys. I'm just going to give it to you straight. Okay. Because there's going to be some language. If it offends you, it just is. I swear everything I'm telling you right now on my father's grave. And he meant more to me than any other man I've ever met in my life. I'm being dead serious right now. I know the world's watching. I know it's probably going to be investigating. I know what I'm saying. I promise you. This live gets done. It wasn't a live. We recorded. Take that back. A few
Look at that
seconds
kitty
later,
cat.
Dwayne, he went outside with Moose, and I start hearing him, fuck you, motherfucker. You think
I don't want
it's
to
a
hear the
good
story.
idea. So I said, how about this? I said, if that's what you and the Whitakers really want to do,
I don't.
my thoughts that it was the Whitakers wanting to hire this bluegrass band. Band said they're going to come and play the show. Just that's how he announced it to me, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, $5,000. I was like, ouch. Patrick, that's a little chunk of change, don't you think? And I was like, we don't even have no money. The Whitakers haven't even been paid yet. I'm like, $5,000. And I was like, I don't think that's a good idea.
That was dumb.
He said, that's what the Whitakers want.
Yeah, right. That's what the Whitakers.
And I thought about it for a while. I didn't know if
the Whitakers want to have a meet and greet because they know they're that pop. They just understand, don't they? That is the craziest shit I've heard right there. That's what the Whitakers want. They want bluegrass bands playing in concert, and they want meet and greet. Sure they do. Sure they do. Want in one hand and shit in the other is what my grandma used to say. Go ahead and see which one fills up first.
Actually wanted it or not. I didn't know him good enough at that point. I had my doubts that it was the Whitakers wanting to hire this bluegrass band.
For me, y'all.
My thoughts is he plays the banjo and he was hoping to kind of use that pull that he's got now to get on stage to be a banjo player. But I could be wrong. But I wrote him back and I said, I tell you what, I said, I'm on a very tight budget and I don't think it's a good idea. So I said, how about this? I said, if that's what you and the Whitakers really want to do, you guys do it. If I can help you in any way, you need any advice or whatever, I'll let you do it. But I'm out. I was like, I don't want to be involved. I don't want to contribute. But if you guys make money, it does good. That's all between you and the Whitakers. But I don't want to be involved.
Right.
And it was like, F it, forget it. Just never mind. Never heard about it again.
Did he throw a fit? Fuck it. Forget it. Fuck it. I don't want it. I'm not going to do it. Fuck it. I'm with you, Mary. I'm with you. Don't take me for liking Eric, okay? Don't take me for liking Eric just because I'm agreeing with some of the things that he's saying. I think these two dudes 100% went down there knowing the kind of money that could be made off of this family. And that's why their names were in the contract. People that just want to build a house for somebody don't worry about making a third. They just go and build a house with somebody. Yep, that is so true, Jupiter. You took the words right out of my mouth. Thank you for being here for 7 months, Jupiter. I much appreciate you. Salute to you and your much loyalty. I appreciate you, baby. Savior complexes. Yeah, you've seen it a lot too with a lot of the different creators, a lot of the different people in the community. They took on this savior complex. Then everybody thought they were going to help the Whitakers. Nobody wanted to help the Whitakers.
I don't think the Whitakers were wanting to pay $5,000. Actually, I know they weren't because I talked to them about it later. They started when I got there, telling
Lots
them
of
that they
Jupiter,
were
y'all.
very suspicious of Patrick, which I have
Appreciate you, Jupiter.
videos of, and a lot of these discrepancies that was coming up. Sorry, guys, I'm going to put on some sweatpants. It is getting chilly up here in West Virginia. Yeah. You got any questions for me, man? Just to split it up, because I got a whole list.
Oh boy. Well, I mean, some people are saying, you know, how is that believable? Again, people don't know me from Adam for the most part, but I remember having these exact conversations with him at that point. Someone did ask, like, with knowing certain
believable?
things.
I have
Yeah,
the
people were, yeah.
I have the messages, but I ain't coming on here to do no hearsay. If I say something, I can back it up. You believe that? I'm not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday.
Yeah, I'll give that to Eric too. He does know his way around social media. So I would start to believe this man's got most of the receipts he says he has. I said it from the very beginning. I thought they should have got him something a little bit more, I don't know, sooner. Like they could have went out and bought a home. They could have took donations for a month and went out and bought them a home, already built, probably already furnished, straight up. It would have took the Whitakers one. All Patrick and Eric had to do was say, "Hey, donate here for the Whitakers' new home," and all they had to do was not touch it. But guess what? They didn't want to do that because they wanted their grummy fingers and everything. They didn't want to set it up to go one place. Brian Cody was a one hit. Brian was trying to get his social media popping. If that proved to be too, because he tried to jump from the Whitakers to talking about the Hinkles, and then that didn't work, and he just kind of fizzled out. People were right about that too. They could have bought him a real nice home in 1 month.
Some people
the truth is stranger than fiction in this story because
It
it
is
gets much deeper.
Go ahead. The truth is stranger than fiction. Agree with that, y'all.
So, I mean, some people have asked, and probably a fair question is knowing what you knew about Patrick
off that family
at
too.
the time. Like, why did you stay involved with them?
Well.
I mean, I kind of already know the answer, but
I was afraid of losing access to the family.
I'm not saying Brian Cody didn't mean well, but it shows that he was just there to grift. It shows it.
I was not because of the money. I had started developing a relationship, but I actually wanted to keep my eye on this thing. And there was a part of me, like I said, when he told me the truth about that, Dwayne, in the beginning, I wanted to believe he was going to change. I do believe in the beginning he cared about Timmy. To an extent. He took him fishing. He was spending time with him. It wasn't about money or send me this. He was spending quality time with him. And up until that time, 46-year-old Timmy had spent most of his life sitting on that porch, man. And Timmy was so appreciative of that with Patrick. And I was really hoping it would turn around. And I thought to myself, if I can get the money separated from Patrick, then we might be able to get through this. Okay. Same thing. I wanted the money taken away from me. I didn't want to be near it either. The trust, the accountants. I've got all the messages, talked to the people that I was trying to set it up with. Back up everything. I was really hoping he would get better, dude. But then again, I really didn't want to lose access to them. I started really, especially, dude, that first trip, the way Ray and Lorraine took
we got to remember for 17 months. Shout out to that shit. Hey, girl, you got a promotion. I heard that. I seen that, girl. You go, little mama. I told you there were greater things on the horizon, Sarah, not to be down on yourself. You know, when you worked at your other job and shit. And then you said you quit your job and got another job. I was like, hell yeah. And then here you are now with a promotion. Salute to that shit, girl. Even greater things are on the horizon for you still. You haven't reached your ceiling, darling. I have a good gut feeling on that.
Can anybody honestly say they had ever seen anyone
Much love, Sarah.
that Lorraine reacted to the way she did with me?
Yeah,
Lorraine's been
shit.
trying to tell me something for months, dude. Months. But anyway.
So that that all that happened, and then kind of the emergency time for you to go back to odd West Virginia.
No, there's way more before that.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to skip over all of it because it's a lot of detail in there.
Much love, Sarah.
Do I need to say
17
more?
motherfucking months, y'all.
Do I need to
17
say more?
motherfucking months.
I mean, some of the
Merchandise.
conversations you'd had with him, some of the other findings you had. I mean, I don't know how much you want to say this is what
I'll
happened.
say it all. I'm an open book, dude. He was wanting to sell Whitaker merchandise and told me that me and him could keep that to ourselves. We didn't have to give the Whitakers any split. Now, on that particular one,
you definitely shouldn't have been selling Whitaker merchandise without giving the Whitakers any money, especially if they're using the Whitakers name and their fucking image. Like, what? That's hearsay. That's hearsay. It's just Eric saying it. But if he did say that, dude, like, what? That would have been fraud bigger than shit. A lot of these people we see like this are tragedy pimps. They are. They run off your feelings. They think they control your feelings. They're tragedy pimps.
did he put that in a text message? No, that was a conversation. But I've got the text where I called his ass for it. I'm like, we can't sell Whitaker merchandise and keep the money. That's their money. And I've expressed to him numerous times, people are not tuning into the Whitakers to see Patrick or Eric. You are right now, unfortunately, because we're on the Whitaker channel. But I knew you guys weren't tuning in to see me, and I knew you guys weren't tuning in to see him. You wanted to see Timmy, Ray, and Lorraine, and Betty and Larry. I think it was the three more than it was the others. But there you go. Another one. Go ahead.
Going back to the contract and how the 100% of all the donations were to go directly to the Whitakers, did he have any issues with that?
No, because I just told him that was the way it was going to be. But I mean, he did express a couple of times. He's like, "Hey, bro, well, you got to look out for me and you in here too, and we got to take care of ourselves." I'm like, Patrick, if we get out there and we work, and we get the social media set up, you'll be fine. You don't need their money. That's their money. And 100% of anything that was sent in, like merchandise, not merchandise.
Just think if these dudes could have just stayed righteous to the game, y'all. Well, just think if these guys could have just stayed righteous, man. Just stayed righteous and did the righteous things. Y'all wouldn't have been in this mess, man.
Like donated gifts. That's
right.
theirs. Which I'll go ahead and say that one. Everyone sent gifts to Patrick's house. Before it made it to the Whitakers, it was
ouch. That one there does bother me. It does. And they can't say because they didn't want the Whitakers' address out there because everybody knew the Whitakers' address. Everybody knew it. There's no excuse for not knowing the Whitakers' address. It's literally on like Google Maps. If you type in the Whitakers, you might be able to find it. I'm not playing. The Whitakers, odd West Virginia. They'll probably show you exactly where that motherfucker is. Everybody knows. So Patrick had the gifts going to his house first.
Always opened.
They were
And they were
always open.
having a fit about that. I was trying to get a
The gifts were always open, dude. So what? What are we claiming here? What are we claiming? Allegedly, he took gifts that weren't his and he gave what he didn't want.
P.O. box set up. Asked the post office in Odd. Actually, the situation in Odd is odd. And they're nice people. Let me say, I've never seen it where the post office is attached to someone's house. Half of the house is the post office, the other half is residence. And I talked to those people, and it was closed. I was trying to get them a P.O. box set up, and he said, "Oh, they can't have a post office box." Was it you that was telling me he said that on a live?
Yes, yeah, that you can't have a P.O. box. Of course, he was the same person that said that you couldn't go to the doctor, but
oh yeah, but I'm like,
you can't. Oh, Patrick told Eric you couldn't have a P.O. box? Oh no. Oh no, man. Everybody can get a P.O. box. How shameful, man.
why can't they have a post office box? He's like, oh, they can't have a post office box, bro.
it doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
that's fucking foolish.
I'm trying. Let's see. Again, comments are coming in. I'm trying to.
I don't know if any of this has been said. I'm not saying Patrick did say this because this is just things he's saying right now. You guys know me. I'm gonna listen to the full conversation. Every one of our minds are allowed to change. Every one of our opinions are allowed to change. Every one of our thoughts are allowed to change. Every one of your assumptions are allowed to change. You understand that, right, chat? Because as new information comes into your brain, new thoughts process. It's just the normal way of thinking. Don't let everybody tell you nothing no different. Well, you're just a hypocrite. No, 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 no. My thought has changed. My opinion has changed based on the information that I now have taken in.
Go here.
Critical thinking.
I guess we're talking about proceeds, who has funds, where are the funds?
I have the Whitakers' money in my possession. I have told that to the correct authorities. They know that I have that. It is ready to be. It was ready to be put in a trust. The Amish was ready to set up an account for the home, which would be under a financial committee. It was all set up, guys.
I mean, all you have to do is basically go back and watch the two interviews I had with Patrick. They're kind of the same interview with him. We kind of talk about the same shit because you just run out of stuff to talk about with him. Everybody just wants to know dumb shit. But he lied so many times to us, bro. And whatever, that's how I feel about it. Like, he didn't break my heart. It's just like, why put yourself in that position where you have to lie? Like, since I've, like, fuck, I can't even remember the last lie I had to tell, bro. I can't even remember. I don't remember the last lie that I had to tell. It's been so fucking long. My grown ass don't have to tell no motherfucking lies. You either like it or you don't.
But their money is safe. The reason Patrick sent that $5,000 to me that he's referencing to you guys, that was 2/3 of the money that they made for last month. He could only send so much in that one payment. When I tried to get the other part to make sure, because this is why the month before they made $3,000. $3,000. That was what we got paid.
Yeah, he's on the board of John Mass.
We're
It's not of the Amish
internet people now.
Let's make it clear, Lisa. It's not of the Amish people that were going to build the house. He's on the board of a foundation for John Mass. That's what it is. It's not for the Amish at all. It's for John Mass. But John is connected to Amish people. It isn't like a direct correlation. Yeah, it's not like a direct correlation. That's how Eric knew he could get somebody in the Amish to build the house. When you do things like this, you get certain connections. And if you're on the board of somebody that has a connection that might be able to get you an Amish house built, that's going to ring a bell in you. Hey, we might get a house built. Let me contact John Mass. And that's probably how it all went down. So it's not. I've looked at all the angles with John, and that's just how it went down. Yeah, I seen that a long time ago. I did. And at first it was weird, you know. But if you're Eric and you've got that connection, that's what you're going to use. You know what I mean? You have to have certain connections. Like I might use you, Lisa, to type me up a paper I need because guess what? You can type your ass off and you can speak well. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's kind of how I felt about it.
But out of that $3,000, I had to go to Idaho. I was working on the John Mass trip. I was up there for a whole week working on the murder trial. But we got paid right before then. And he was holding on to the Whitaker's money.
What's up, Eddie Davis?
Which was $3,000. When I got back home, that was when he took Betty and Lorraine to get their makeover. He said, hey, bro, I'm going to have to reimburse myself out of the Whitaker's money some. And because I've been, getting some stuff. I'm like, hey, man, that's fine. I understand that. That's understandable. I was like, what was it? And he said, $1,500. What? $1,500. All the messages, guys. $1,500. What in the hell did you spend $1,500 on? He's like, don't flip out, man. I'm just telling you, I've been buying them all their snuff and I've taken them to the grocery store. What, $1,500 worth of snuff in the grocery store? And it's like, okay, I get it. You took them to get a makeover, but did it cost $200, $300, $1,500 is a lot of money, Dwayne.
Yes, it is.
In a week's time, you spent $1,500 on the Whitaker. And remember, he was supposed to be
in today's time, man, $1,500 don't go far. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I saved up for 2 weeks out of my checks, and I saved up enough money to buy a lot of groceries, right? Because I was getting low on groceries, and I was like, "Fuck it." I spent $380 on groceries, and you would not believe the amount of groceries I got. It broke my heart. You know it? It broke my heart. I spent $380 and I could carry it all in by myself. One trip. I was sick. I mean, how are people supposed to survive?
That money because the Whitakers weren't the greatest in handling the money. We were supposed to be protecting.
Hi,
It was
Lisa,
my
by the way.
job to call him out if something was going on. Anyway, the next week I come back up. So he claims $1,500. So now they have $1,500 left. Next week I come up to town. When I first got there, he said, hey, man, you're spending a lot of money. He said, would you like the rest of their money to help out with that? And I said, nope, I'll be okay. At that point, I already knew there was funny business with the money. I started spending my money that I busted my ass the week prior doing what I do outside of the Whitakers on them. When I took Ray and Larry out and got them the haircut and clothes and everything, and then took them out to eat. The same thing I did with Betty and Lorraine, and then with Timmy, and taking them to the movies. That was coming out of my pocket. And then later on that week, he asked me again because the Whitaker started telling me, hey, we feel like something's going on with that money. Again, I got all that in video. Trust me.
So the Whitakers came to Eric and said something about Patrick and the money.
I ain't. Mama didn't raise no fool. My dad didn't either. But he asked me again, do you want me to send that other 15, or yes, do you want me to send the rest of the money? I said, yes. Well, he did, but he didn't send me 1,500. He sent me 1,000.
Damn, that's
said,
wild.
Patrick, where's the other 500? Till this day, I've never gotten an answer. That 1,000, I'll tell you where it went to right now. $662 of it went to a water bill that I took Larry up there. Benny and them told me about that water bill. Sophia.
Shout out to my homegirl, Leesky, for always holding it down with her crown. Miss Queen Leesky. What's up, Leesky? Thank you for the 10, baby. Much, much appreciated. Thank you so much.
Right now, 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 right now.
Sorry, y'all. I got a little bit of a headache. I mean, fuck, I got a headache. But, like, I'm here. But I'm sorry, I'm not all jumping and having fun tonight. I got a little bit of a headache, man. I thought smoking would change that, but it's giving it a little bit more, I think. Dog food's $26. Hell yeah. My cat eats better than me every day. Some days he does. Little fucker. I love him though. Little shithead sleeps in my bed every single night.
Water department. I know now it was a running toilet because this past month was $57.
A running toilet? How do you not know there's a running toilet causing the problem if you've already went in there and looked, Eric? You would have said, what's causing that problem? Let's go look. You didn't see a running toilet? Yeah, I don't even want to smoke, man. It's giving me more of a headache.
The only thing they did different was turn off the toilet. When I asked numerous times before, do you think it's a running toilet? No, I turned the toilet off. Well,
you're listening to them?
It was a running toilet, guys, because I ended up buying a new floater while I've been up here, and the one they had was completely snapped. And that's what it was. And they never replaced it. Would have took 5 minutes. And Larry, I think, could do that. He just didn't. They told him, they gave him 2 blue tablets at the Sophie Water Company to put in the back tank.
Yeah, he's got a spot right up next to the head of the bed where the pillows are. I got a set of pillows next to me too. And he crunches up right up to the edge of those pillows, lays right next to me every single night. Last night he wasn't in here, and I was laying in bed, and I called for him. Kitty, 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 kitty. He come running in here, jumped up in the bed, and he knew what to do. Laid down, started. He likes to clean himself before he goes to sleep. I noticed that. Shit, my cat's eating fancy feast, fucking spinach mix and shit. He's eating good, dude. He eats good. Yeah, I love that little fucker.
Really 5 seconds, and within 8 hours, if the water turned blue, he would know he had a water leak. To this day, still never done it. Last I heard,
Leesky helping me out with the groceries. Shout out to Leesky for helping me out with the groceries. Booyah! Groceries, baby. Gotta love it. Oh.
Anyway, they knew it was the running toilet. Whether they fixed it now, I don't know. I'm sorry. I got so many things going through my head, dude. So many things.
Blue Diamond,
so
nice.
That was 662 of the 1,000.
Nice.
Then Larry started asking me to get him snuff.
Blue Diamond's good.
Snuff for him, and he wanted to roll a snuff for Ray.
Yeah, Blue Diamond's good.
Both of them. After that, the money that they had left was around $250. I bought a prepaid debit card, Visa.
Why not just give Betty $250 cash? I mean, why are you treating these people like they're like some pet? Why wouldn't you just hand $250 instead of buying a fucking Visa card for somebody? I hate that. Just give me the cash. I hate it. I hate it.
At Walgreens that I have the receipts for.
I
and
understand
put
if
the
you
rest of their
send
money on
money,
that
right?
card.
You got
And I
to send the
handed it to
money.
Larry at that time.
But you had to
Now
buy
that I
that
know what I know
physical.
now, I'd have done things differently. You got to understand those first 2 trips, Larry was amazing and he helped out a lot better than what I was seeing there at the end. And I said, and I told Betty about it too. I said, here is a card. If you guys need some groceries or anything goes, here's your card. I no longer have any.
I've looked into it a little bit, Ben. As far as I know, Betty's in West Virginia. She has not left the state or did not leave for good. She's in West Virginia and everything is still the same. Yeah, it's everything's still the same. What's going to happen is the three are never going to be seen by their family again. That's what's going to happen because Betty and Larry aren't going to show enough interest. Betty and Larry aren't going to do what it takes to see that family again. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest.
Of your money in my possession. I didn't want to have their money in my possession, but I said, here's that card. If you need it, it's for emergencies. And he said, thank you.
Yeah, but can't you just go get money off that card? Like you're allowed to get cash from it. I never understand it. Like, give me a card that you went and bought to put money on that card. Just give me the cash. I mean, I get it if you're doing it for a bunch of people, you know what I mean, that you're not going to see and you have to mail it off or something. I get that. But, like, you're going to hand it to me? Give me the cash, man. What's up, Deb? Welcome to the party. I got a little headache. Sorry.
But that 500 never came back. That
Got a
plays
big
into the
headache now.
story for later. Okay, when it comes into
Sounds like
this
they
month,
won't either, Ben.
when they paid that, he gave me the 5,000, and the other
We can
2,500
track the
never
money,
came
though.
to me. You add those two together, is what, $3,000. When that donation money came in, people oversent, and I told them to stop sending money. I was like, don't send me any more money. You go back. I beg, do not send any more money. I got what I need for the Airbnb. And then I said I would give what was left over to Patrick to get him some sheetrock and insulation. He did need some sheetrock and insulation. And I thought $4,000 is enough to sheetrock and insulate that place. I went and walked it and I sized it up. So I sent him 1,000. And then I told him that 3,000 that you owe the Whitakers at this point that I had been begging for him to send me, just keep it. Because then I had the money in my account. I was going to put it in their trust. That was where the rest of those donations that people sent me for the Airbnb was going to.
And you don't hear Eric talking about the 3,000 he needed and the fucking this he needed out of the Whitaker money and that he needed out of the Whitaker money. You don't hear this. What's up, Nana? You don't hear this. What's up, Nina Marie? Eric is a lot smarter than Patrick. I'll give Eric that. Yeah, he's a little bit more intelligent, but they still went into this making a third. Both of them. Patrick's got the hillbilly smarts over Eric. Eric's got the computer type smarts over Patrick. And that's with everybody. Somebody's always got one up on you.
Put it up there and make sure the Whitakers' money, they got their full amount for that month, put it in the trust, and we're good to go. I was trying to correct what he.
Now, a gift card's different. A gift card's different if you go and buy somebody a gift card. If it's to like a certain store or something, I get that one. But, if they hand over cash, there's no proof. That's very true. If they do it with a money exchange, like Venmo, Cash App, there's proof of that. I get a receipt every month. That keeps proof for you. Yeah, it kind of like the card is like free and you just go up and buy the card and put whatever money you want on it, just like you would a gift card. And it just turns it into cash like a bank card.
Mhm.
cover for him. Not cover for him.
I don't
but
think she has Cash
I was
App.
cleaning up his mess and helping him out at the same time with the sheetrock and insulation. That's when the plan quickly started becoming nothing about the Whitaker home. It was he wanted to fix up his home so that the Whitakers could come in and live with him. And I'm going to tell you, Dwayne, I don't know if you've seen the home. I don't know which one would be more to fix up, the Whitaker's home or Patrick's. The Whitaker's home is definitely more dirty. They both got about an equal amount of work. Man, it's cold. I need to see if I can.
That's just, it would cost more for Patrick's because Patrick's is an actual home and it's bigger. That's why it would be more expensive to fix Patrick's up. That's just common sense. They live in a trailer down there. Well, I don't think that's going to happen, Nina.
Work this
I
inside.
was going to ask you if
I'll get back in.
I mean, I don't know how long we're going to say, I think he needs to do this, or I think somebody needs to do that. When they don't do it, they don't do it. And it's just what it is. Yeah, Cash App's good to move money. PayPal's probably the best because they kind of back it a little more. They really back theirs. They'll get you a refund a lot quicker than Cash App will.
if the Wi-Fi.
Well, I'm
back
about
on.
to lose battery.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
BC
need
powders are good.
this.
I used
I'm
to have
sorry,
toothpicks
guys.
so
I
bad
really,
when
after
my
this,
teeth were
I'm gonna
bad.
be done with it.
BC powders worked, man. When I had toothaches and shit, hell yeah. BC powders do work.
Yeah, my
Hi,
understanding
bitch.
for everyone out there is that after this is over, that
I don't want to do it again.
as far as updates and things like that, I know
gave
people
you
are
Eric
asking.
here? Where's Eric at here? Is this his place? Because I don't think it is if he stayed, right? Supposedly he stayed in West Virginia, correct? Then this means he's not in West Virginia. He's not at home right here. This isn't his home. So is this in West Virginia?
I know people are asking as far as have you had a chance to see any of the Whitakers, and since they were picked up by APS?
I've been trying, guys. They are a ward of the state now. I will tell you, I met the people that from what I saw in that video, I met the people that have them. That was the one that came and met me and Timmy, and it was supposed to be the one
Listen up, guys.
Betty was going to be meeting with too. That never happened.
Listen up.
And they're very good people. I'm sure they're being taken.
Let me shout out that motherfucking gifted, baby. Shout out to you for gifting the motherfucking members up in this bitch. Shout out to Betty Davis Eyes, girl. You the shit.
Right now, 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 right now.
It's an Airbnb? Okay. Okay.
Good care of. But right now, I think they are just trying to make sure that the family is clean and taken care of. I'm no fan of the system.
Yes,
Dwayne,
please
I've
hit the
been
like button. Deb said so.
talking about the system for how long now? But I can tell you in this case,
Yeah, West Virginia looks fucking beautiful. Don't get me wrong. West Virginia still looks very beautiful.
I saw go above and beyond. And when I found out that Betty was offered a continuance on the DVP, the protection order,
Yeah,
she said no 3
She said
times.
no.
She was offered another one right before they came and picked them up. Do you want to get BJ out? That sounds like to me that was their way of trying to say, we're going to offer you one more time. Are you sure?
yeah.
And when she denied it, they got
Damn.
it.
And see, that's weird because I've been watching some of Patrick's videos. Is he had said something about Betty said that she wanted BJ out, even though the protective order had been canceled.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of like, this will be my last stream for a little bit. Until I learn more, I really didn't expect to be hit so quick, knowing Patrick knew Eric stayed in West Virginia for the Whitaker family and shit. I did not he knew that the whole time, y'all. He knew that the whole time. Because it was said in the very first video. Only I didn't catch it. I guess I was caught in the moment of it. I don't know. But after hearing it, it's like, damn, bro. Like, what do we believe now? And I'm just not one of these creators that can make up a narrative and talk about a narrative that they've made up for 4 hours. I'm not, okay? I'm just not one of those creators. I'm not going to make a bunch of stuff up and then come up here and talk to you guys about it for 4 hours because it's all make believe. I might as well be telling you guys a fucking fairy tale. You guys want me to tell you stories?
But there was still that eviction notice, and BJ Betty said she wanted BJ
Lisa.
out, but then she says no 3 times to extending the protective order. That those two stories don't make sense.
I don't know who's telling the truth in this, dude. I have no idea. It is. They named the town right. It's odd, all right. I don't know. I don't know who's telling the truth, and I'm tired of trying to figure it out. All I can say is I hope Ray, Lorraine, and Timmy are good and taken care of, because they are the innocent ones in this. They didn't have anything to do with any of this, man. Their hearts were so.
I'm going to talk about the Patrick case and shit. You know what I mean? Like, if things come out that are new, I'm just going to put my saga to rest a little tonight. Just a little. I've been on like a run talking about the Whitakers for like a week now, so I think I'm going to like put it to rest. I may even take the day off tomorrow. I don't know. I've got a fucking headache, man. I need to put my creative flow back together. I feel like I need to just get my creative juices flowing again. Because I'll tell you the truth, man, a lot of people that got involved with all this, as far as like the content creating and the communities and shit around it, they ruined a lot of the fun that it was in creating content around the Whitaker family. They ruined a lot of enjoyment about it. They did. And that's what usually happens.
Happy, and I loved doing things
People
for
are
Ray, Lorraine, and Timmy,
look at
because
me, look at me, look at me.
unlike
And
Betty
it's
and
fucking
Larry,
weird.
when I did something for them, they were so appreciative. Like when I gave Timmy his cup or anything.
I haven't heard anything, Nina, in a while. There after about 2 months, I did hear through a pretty good source that they were doing great, but I don't think I've heard anything after that, as far as I can remember. It was about 2 months after they were taken. I learned that they were doing great, that they were actually seeing each other every day. That the three were seeing each other, because they are separated in each rooms and stuff, you know what I mean? But they do see each other. And they are doing activities. I heard that too. But after that, I don't remember hearing anything else. So I would like to think they're doing good.
You give Timmy, he would, the phone, those hugs, man. Thank you. Lorraine, same way. She loved her potato chips. She got to where she was hugging me quite frequently. And then Ray, they loved,
Shout out to
and appreciated you for doing stuff for them. You didn't get that so much on the other side. But
all right. Have you had a chance to watch? I know we probably want to get back to more of the other details, but have you had a chance to watch that video when APS picked up the three of them?
I've had several people tell me about it, dude. I can't
watch it.
I can't stomach it. I haven't been able to watch anything with Patrick. I don't. I knew this was coming, and then the
See, he
guy
had
that
disdain for
I
Patrick
mean,
right
again,
there. He said he don't even watch anything with Patrick, so he's already getting a disdain for Patrick. This turned into a real big pick me war. You know, Team Eric, Team Patrick. I think we could have stayed away from that. I really do. But you know, people's opinions think that theirs are more important than other people's opinions. People think that they're always right more than the other person is always right. And they can't just accept the fact that no one's always going to believe what you say. I don't care if you're telling the 100% truth, somebody's going to change the narrative about it and talk about it forever. It's just what YouTube is. Welcome to the wonderful world of nothing's real.
and the Airbnb that I got for him, and went and got him the groceries, and to walk in that
Sure you're learning, man.
Airbnb, they just finished cleaning it last night. It took 3 days.
Egos.
Yeah,
Good
you
point.
went kind of
We've all had that
detailed.
friend that you go out for.
Great point.
What's that?
It was like
Oh
your
my God, he's got a thermos. Watch the stuff he drinks, y'all. He's a damn alcoholic.
video broke
What
up
was you saying
there.
about?
Just kidding.
It it was 3 days to clean that up, and I know you've detailed some of the damage in there, and of course some people have been asking, oh, show the picture, show the videos. I don't know if you feel like doing that or not, and actually your camera's a little fuzzy still.
The
He didn't have no video. He didn't have no fucking video. Y'all remember that for months and months and months? Y'all remember that, right? Hey, he's fucking lying. He ain't got no video. He had a video. Guess what? When the video come out, oh, that wasn't shit, man. That wasn't nothing, man.
video is a little fuzzy,
But
but
you said
you'll
he
see
didn't even
it.
have
She
a
was telling
video.
us
Now,
just today that there was poop all over the walls too, wasn't she?
those motherfuckers are nuts,
Poop
bro.
all over the walls.
Fucking
Dog poop.
poo-poo.
Dog poop.
Yeah,
I'm like trying to figure out who.
completely. You can't tell as much because like one of the biggest things that was the problem with it was the dip, the chewing tobacco. It was everywhere, dude. Like everywhere. In the sheets, in the floor, everywhere. The back doors again completely left wide open. When he found out he couldn't stay, he took off a day early and went back home. And that's when he went and, I guess, got Timmy and everything at that point, because that's when we found out BJ was there. He instantly went back and got the cash cow. Right. Anyway.
Wow.
So it was a mess, dude. Dog turds on the floor all over the deck. But yeah, I'll put it out. Pills.
People have asked, are you going to be required to pay for that cleanup?
Already did.
Oh, you already paid for it. Okay.
I was paid all the way up until Thursday, and that was on Sunday. And I
Sad, man.
had a conversation with the owner. Apologized profusely. Told him to keep that money towards it. He bent over backwards for us. But yes, it was paid for.
Wow. Something else. So let's see. I'm trying to think of
Didn't
some of
believe
the
it.
other.
I was one that didn't believe it. Eric played the long game on me on this one. Usually when somebody doesn't produce footage, they usually don't have it, right? But Eric played the long game. He got me.
Question. Let me see if I can look at some of the
I
comments.
can admit that. He got
Do they
me.
have any questions in here
Well,
that
Some people can't have a hard time. That's the problem with a lot of these creators. They just have this big problem with admitting when they just didn't have something right. It's not the fact that you were wrong. You just didn't have it right. And if you're wrong, so what? Accept the fact you were wrong and move on. Eric fooled me with this one. Not gonna lie. He got me.
I need to get some of these out.
Oh,
Well, you heard about the bluegrass concert.
damn, I
earlier.
got a headache.
right?
That leads into the concert where Patrick broke his leg. At this point in
Ah,
time,
Okay, so it
I
was
had
still
been
at a
crawling
concert.
Patrick's ass about the money, and he wasn't talking to me because he was tired of me saying, you need to be accountable. What's going on? And
Oh,
so
shit.
then if I
No,
ever
I'm
did
good.
something without telling him first,
I'm
like,
going
man, you're
through here
not
in a little
keeping me
bit.
in the loop.
I'm
You know
hanging out
what's
with
going
y'all.
on. And I always tried to keep him in the loop, but I'm not going to text Patrick before I do every little thing on social media. I don't have the time for that. You got 5 different platforms that you got rolling, but I was against that concert. He knew I didn't want at that point. Like, I thought the concerts came off as, here's Patrick Rourke featuring the Whitakers. I'm here to play the banjo type thing. And
Yeah, but he just went to a concert, though. Maybe I'm lost as to what this was, but I don't think the Whitakers were at a concert.
then, but he just went and did it, and that's when he broke his leg. But the part of that infuriated me was the day before was Ray's orthopedic visit. We waited over a month for that visit. Talked about it numerous times on these videos. I am in Georgia. If I was here, Ray would have been at that orthopedic visit. That first visit took me coming from Georgia to here to make it happen. When I got here, all I needed Patrick to do was set up that appointment for Ray, the first one. And he told me he was going to do it. When I got here, this is at the time the air conditioner and all the other stuff was going on. I said, did you ever get that visit set
And
up? He
set
said,
it up.
man, it's West Virginia. It's not like Georgia. You don't just get a visit set up. I'm like, well, okay, but did you call? No, I hadn't called yet, but I'll get to it. When are you going to get to it? He's like, chill, man. This is what I was here for. Let's get Ray to the knee doctor. You're not listening to me. You're not going to get him to a doctor. Well, I called doctors in Medicare in Beckley.
You can get
They
anybody to the
knew
doctor.
Ray.
You can get him into the hospital without an ID. You can damn sure get him into a doctor. It's just up to a doctor to work on you or not, or look at you. Doctors are 100% private practices, and they can look at whoever the fuck they want. If you want to know the truth, they don't have to charge any of those patients that day. If you want to know the truth, now there's still laws that they have to go by, but they won't even charge the patients if they don't have to. If they didn't want to, they don't have to, and that's just the way it works. Like, I don't know what this big fairy tale was that you can't get him into a doctor because he doesn't have an ID. Yes, you 100% can. Yes, you can. It's just up to that doctor.
They knew about the Whitakers, and they had it set up for me to bring him the
That's
next
simple.
day, and where he wouldn't be around anybody, and
If
we
they
could
think
kind
they're
of
going to end
keep
up getting
him,
their money, they'll see you.
comfortable, because we didn't know how Ray was going to take it. He don't go to doctors. And that's the
Right.
sad thing about all this. Ray is not in the greatest shape, guys. Ray is not in the greatest shape at all. It's not just his knee. Ray has lost a lot of weight. Ray's eyes don't look right to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
He's
His
got
eyes,
this
his eyes were looking off to me too. That's the one thing that I thought made him look dead.
very big curvature in his spine. There's a lot going on, and Ray needed to be seen.
Yeah, there's walk-in clinics
But I
everywhere.
got Ray in there, and they went above and beyond, because it was like pulling teeth just to find out his birthday, dude. Took me a while to find out
Damn.
that, but he wasn't even in the system. No social security, no birth certificate, no ID. And so, anyway, we got him that visit. The doctor was super nice. Ray was super cooperative when he first got in there, and they went to do his blood pressure and his pulse. It was a little touch and go, but he quickly warmed up to it and was Ray. And they gave him meloxicam and Voltaren gel. And they told us Voltaren is now over the counter. You're going to have to buy it. Well, I didn't have it to buy on that trip because I had already spent money on the air conditioner. You remember, I'm left with like $100 at this point. So I asked Patrick, I said, they said he's got another prescription. They want him to do Voltaren gel. I'll get it. Dude, Ray didn't get that
Yeah,
Voltron
it's
gel until
just-
I came up on that next visit. Ask Betty.
Wow.
he didn't get it for
I
the
don't know if
whole
she'll
time.
say anything in my favor now, but I had to go buy the Voltron gel. He went almost a
I've
month.
heard about this Voltran gel. Anybody else heard about it? I have heard about this Voltran gel. Where did I hear that from? I know where. Joey Diaz was on Joe Rogan the other night talking about Voltran gel, saying how good it worked. Huh. Yeah, Voltran gel. So that's twice I've heard somebody talk about it. Medicare would have paid for that. Depends on what state. Probably depends on the state.
Without it, but he did get his meloxicam. The next day after getting that meloxicam, Ray was walking around that yard. I didn't know
I don't
it
believe in
worked.
loxicam.
I didn't know any
Yeah.
medicine worked that quick. Dude, well, I take it too, but it did wonders for Ray. And but they went ahead that day and said,
Yeah,
we
it's
have
for
talked to an
arthritis.
orthopedic, told him the situation.
It's called Voltaren. Voltaren. You can get it at Target, Walmart. Yeah. It's for arthritis pain relief. So that's two people I've heard speak of this shit.
Because we know the situation is unique. They're also going to bring him in, special accommodations, make sure he's taken care of, and be at this orthopedic visit. They set
You use it?
that up for us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Patrick was supposed to do. He didn't do that. He went to the concert and his leg broke.
I had to get some for my feet. I'm gonna get arthritis in my feet, man. Wearing these steel toe boots every day and shit.
So, what are some of the other things that
I
you
don't know where you
kind
want to
of
go to from here.
I walk on concrete all day with steel toe boots on. It kills my feet, man. I get off work and I'm like, fuck. It's currently over the counter, but my insurance covers it. Yeah, a lot of over the counter stuff is covered by insurance. You know it. You use it too, Lisa? Does it work? How you feel about it? Yeah, my feet kill me, dude. If it wasn't for my feet hurting, I'd have a great life. You know what I mean? But after about 7 hours of work, dude, my feet start killing me. It works good. All right.
yeah, there's and there's still so much.
I'm
Huh.
looking down the feet on Timmy's face and getting Timmy to massage his feet. Timmy hanging from a tree.
Timmy's cool to hang from a tree, y'all. Timmy's cool to hang from a tree, y'all. What, you gonna yell at Mark for getting him up in a Ferris wheel? He can go fucking 70 stories in the air with Mark and Lauren, but nah, he ain't go 10 feet in the tree, harnessed in. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I'm sorry. I don't. I don't see nothing wrong with the Victoria's Secret shit. I don't see nothing wrong with the girls taking pictures with Timmy. I don't. See, that's where my opinion still doesn't
A
change.
46-year-old mentally challenged child. He told me one time he
Not
was
a child, though. You hear what he just said? A 46-year-old mentally challenged child? No, a 46-year-old mentally challenged man. God damn, dude. I get it. He's a fucking child in his mind. But if you keep teaching him the ways of a child, that's all he will know. You must instill it into their minds of maturity, growth, growing up. You have to coach that. It doesn't happen with them, right? So you have to speak it into existence. You have to repetition it into existence. You have to teach your child, you have to teach the person that they can grow up. Like, stop it, y'all, with the he's a child. No, the fuck he's not. And stop treating him like he is. Patrick telling us to take his shirt off so he can scratch his back. Um, Yeah, I think that's going a little bit too far, probably. Do I think it's nasty and shit? Probably not for like buddies, but like I wouldn't have my buddy scratch my back. I'm just saying. Like that's probably a little too far, man. Also painted his toenails. Yeah, I didn't care for that. That's things that we didn't care for. Teach him the man ways. Yeah. At least try, right? If you constantly throw a children's book in front of him, he's going to constantly think like a child. Sorry. If you sit him down in front of a TV with Barney on it, their minds aren't able to mature like ours, right? And I'm not dissing anyone that suffers, right? I'm not at all. I understand it. But you do have to, as the adult, teach it differently. Teach differently. That's all I'm saying. Like he always wanted to have Timmy as a child. And I think Timmy's a grown man. And he should be treated as such, with respect, with dignity as a grown man. It's just a matter of teaching.
Going to take Timmy skydiving. He
I don't
didn't
know
sound
about
like he was
skydiving.
kidding. It never happened, but only God knows.
I wouldn't take him skydiving.
I try to give.
Here's one, and I
Yeah, Timmy can improve. Timmy can live more of an adult life, but you're right. He'll never be shopping on his own. He'll never be living out and taking care of responsibilities all on his own. But Jesus Christ. Timmy shooting an AR with proper people around him, I think it's okay. I truly do. Because there's some things that some people should like be able to do. You know what I mean? With the proper people around him, shooting a gun can be totally safe. Let me say I disagree with introducing Timmy to carnal excitement. Timmy just equipped mentally to deal with that appropriately. That's why I say teach, you know? That's why I say teach it, because you do have to, like, you shouldn't just go throw him in a tree, right? You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't just sit him down and have him firing off a fully automatic weapon. You shouldn't. Like, you shouldn't. But you can get to that point, and if you're around enough. This is how I feel. But I'm also thinking as if Timmy had somebody around him all of his life, and he just didn't. He didn't. And that just breaks my fucking poor little heart. You know, the heart's only the size of your fist. It breaks my poor little heart, man. Because Timmy, if he did have that adult role model around that could have showed him ways and be different, I think he could have 100%. Because Patrick was teaching him. Patrick did have him speak and did have him saying words. He was understanding everything. Like, I'm not gonna say he wasn't, man. Eric was working with him well too. But Eric liked to throw him in a fucking kid onesie and set him in front of Barney. So I don't know. It's kind of counter-reactive.
Patrick and Betty. Y'all saw him all the time saying, "Hey, Betty, give me a kiss." It was cute in the beginning. It was cute. Until one day he sent me a video where he said, "Betty, give me a big old kiss."
That's a fact.
Betty went to kiss him. And then he's like, "No, Betty, I'm playing with you, doggone it." But you could see on Betty's face. She wasn't playing, Dwayne.
I don't know about that either.
And it got posted. And I was so glad that people spoke up. They were like, "This is not right.
I didn't see it like that,
this
though.
This is not right." And I went to Patrick.
Some things people just blow out of proportion, man. I really do. Some people just blow shit out of proportion. I think so. I really do.
I was like, "It don't look good." And he got furious. Oh,
really? When I was going at it with somebody, I went to my daughter's graduation. I went and laid down in her bed, right? Kick back. She comes and lays down in the same bed with me, looks up at the phone. We were like head to head, and she's looking at it with me. And she's like, "Fuck you, trolls." And she gets up, she gives me a kiss on the cheek and gets up and goes out the room. And then the people that were trying to come at me were like, oh, he touches his kid. He was in bed with his kid. I was like, you guys are fucking will say anything. You just don't have the mental capacity to do the sparring on here.
In text messages, you can see it. He was furious.
They did.
And then I had to boil it down for him. I said, look, dude, you got a family that was picked on their whole life, that were outcasts of society. Nobody really spent much attention on them. You're showing up. You're spending all this time on Timmy. You took him to eat. You did things with him. And I was like, she never
It's
got
not something
married,
that they
never
didn't
had
know
kids.
already, though.
You're
Mark
sitting
did
there
those
playing with her
things.
all the time about kissing. I know you're playing around. But I was like, you're at a point in time. I don't think she's playing around anymore. And you guys don't believe me. I'll let you
I think
see
you're
the video
always
for
learning,
yourself.
man.
And there's probably people out
I
there
think
that
you're always
thought,
learning.
you noticed the give me a kiss thing stopped because he was very, you know.
Yeah, there one that I don't think I've seen it tonight, but one that's come up is this whole when you were in bed with Timmy, and I know you had to explain it a number of times, but it's one of those people ask the dumb.
I told Adult Protection Services that right away, and when people asked me on the internet, I told them straight away. There was one night when I was there. It was the night Timmy watched ET with me. I look up, Timmy with a pillow and a cover in his hand, looking at me like, I'm getting into bed with you. But you got to remember, 46 years old. He slept with his mom his whole entire life. And I looked at him, I said, Timmy, no, bud, you got a bunk bed in there. And that's why they got him that TV put in there. And I said, you can't. He just hopped up in it anyway. And I told him numerous times, Timmy, you need to go back in there. He wanted to spend time with me. And I really thought long and hard about this. Because
Timmy was there with the only person he knew was Eric. Imagine that, dude. You wouldn't want to go in some other room. Like, you really don't even know this guy. You're just trusting him. You've only known him like 2 weeks. Oh, they definitely should have done this a lot better. There should have been a trust set up long before they start posting videos about him. It was done way wrong.
I know. Trust me, guys. I know.
There was two guys that wanted to make money off of it. Two of them.
There was a comforter on the bed. Timmy was under the comforter with the sheets. I went and got a comforter from the next room. And I laid on top of the comforter with a new comforter. Stayed fully clothed, obviously. And
you weren't in your underwear.
Timmy wanted, not in my underwear.
I'm jabbing a little bit on another video I saw.
I know. And that was the first thing I told Adult Protection Services when I saw him. I said, listen, but Timmy was wanting to spend time, dude. And he ate that night up watching ET with me in the bed. And dude, that kid deserved it. He never had a dad. And
he does. Timmy did deserve a better life. But so did Ray, and so did Lorraine. Because however they were born, we don't get the opportunity to ask for that, guys. We don't get the chance to tell the world we don't want to be born this way. We can't take it back once it happens. You know, they didn't ask for it. They just were born this way, y'all. And they do deserve to be treated the best. Absolutely. Because those are God's angels in his eyes. Everybody born that way will go to heaven. Everybody.
And
so when you treat it wrongly,
I'll never forget that
you're treating God's angels wrongly.
Week and a half I got to spend with him. I feel like I made a big difference in his life.
You did.
Yeah.
Not doing anything special, things that we had.
I will say this 100%. I do believe that both of them men put a big difference in Timmy's life. They did. They were. That's the one thing I stand up for both of them. They had their own different little ways in doing it, right? that I sometimes you can agree and sometimes you can't. But they were teaching Timmy things. They were doing the right thing for Timmy and by Timmy, I believe. Except for keeping money and shit that didn't supposed to go to you. I mean, but money's the root of all evil, man.
We take for granted that he didn't.
Timmy should have been a millionaire.
Yeah, going back, I've always tried to be fair and balanced with stuff, and watching the videos and stuff. I know you mentioned the hanging from a tree. He was in a harness. The only one, and again, I'm a gun guy, was when he had, even though the guy was holding on to it, but shooting off it was literally an automatic weapon. That was one where, and again, I'm a gun guy. I went shooting with the boys.
I'm armed up.
It just didn't.
You know what? Especially a rifle, I would have had a shooting table with a whole, one of the holders, put it in there. Timmy, come down here. I'm all for that. Teach him how to do it and do it responsibly.
He did.
But
he did. He did. Wasn't that an automatic rifle at the table, sitting down on its fucking mount? He did, man.
You gotta understand.
Let's not
Timmy
be petty,
was very loyal to Patrick, and he didn't want him to think he wasn't having fun. You can watch Timmy's body language in that video. Timmy runs away very quickly, but he's like, "Woo!" He wanted like Patrick to be proud of him, like a kid wants their dad to be proud of them. But you can tell he was like, "No." And then with Timmy in the tree, dude, my thing is, yes, I know he was safe, and he was. Patrick got a kick out of it. I'm all for that. I'm all for rough housing and stuff with boys and kids and dads and stuff. That kids need that. At the same time, you do have a 46-year-old mentally challenged person. If something does go wrong, what is the response going to be?
Yeah, but you can't go through life if something does go wrong, guys. I mean, sure, we're supposed to have that attitude and always think about when something goes wrong. But dude, does that give us our final decision or conclusion? No. If something goes wrong, man. I mean, that's what it comes to. Like, you should never stop what you want to do in life because of that reason alone, because something's always could happen. Like, you want to go throw hatchets one day. I don't know if any of y'all have ever been out throwing hatchets, but we have places in Indianapolis where you can go and throw hatchets at like wood and different shit like that. We have things called panic, like what they call breakout rooms, where you got to go in these different rooms and shit. And then we have rooms where they call demolition rooms, where you can go in and destroy shit, take all your anger out. Something could happen, but you're going there to have fun. But something could happen. But you're not going to not do it just because something could happen. Live your life to the fullest, guys. 100%, because you can't get another one. As far as I know, unless you know something different, this is the only one we get.
Right.
You don't get yourself in those situations.
Yeah, especially on the internet. Yeah, there were ones I thought was great. The internet truck or the crane one.
Nobody comes to the internet to hear about somebody else.
I will say I wasn't the biggest fan of the Victoria's Secret, the flipping off, and all that. That didn't hit me.
No, not
the flipping off, because you had him saying shit. See how hypocritical? Not the flipping off, but he had him saying shit.
When you pled guilty to a sexual related crime last month.
Yeah.
For stalking and non-consensual distribution of sexual images and more. I didn't know he pled guilty. He told me he had a court date.
Yeah, he did plead guilty to that shit.
And then when all that started coming out and I started looking, dude, if I was a guy that just pled guilty to a sex crime,
would be.
Would I want to go take a 46-year-old mentally challenged person into Victoria's Secret?
Right.
I don't consider
Yeah,
that a
But not
sex
only
crime, though.
that, one of
Do
the
we consider that a sex crime? I guess it's a. I'm asking the ladies in this one. Do we consider that a sex crime? Sending somebody's nudes? I'm wondering. I don't think so. I don't think that would be considered a sex crime. Yeah, but you're not going to go on the predator list or anything for that. You know, you're not going to be like a sexual predator. Like, I don't believe that's like a sex crime, though. I know there's a law for it, but like, does that make you a sexual criminal? I guess it does. If you're sending around people's nudes, you could do it to one person, you could do it to the next, and that would make you a sex pest.
Oh,
hold up,
your
I see my
phone's
video acting
breaking
up.
up.
I don't know. I don't really look
Yeah,
that
your
deep into
audio's
that
breaking
one.
up.
He wasn't hurting anybody in his act of crime, really.
Okay, I think Eric's going to need to jump back in. His connection's messed up. I'm going to take a look
know,
at some of the
Claudia, I
comments
know. I
in
get it.
here and see if I can provide, ask some questions specific to what kind of
You're
what's
right. You're right. I get it, y'all. I get what you're saying now. Yeah, Patrick sent out a girl's nude. Plus, he was involved in a police sting down in Florida where his buddy had hit up a prostitute that was a cop for a head job. And he come pulling up with him.
going on. Again, they're coming in pretty quickly. Yeah, the audio is bad. We'll have him jump back in here in a second. Let's see. Looks like he's
That's
trying to
sex
enter
crime, I would think. But
in. I'll get him pulled back in here. As soon as, oh, there we go. Nope. Hopefully that he's able to connect. There he is. Okay, he's back. Fine.
hey, it sounds like shit.
It's cold out there, I can tell.
No, I didn't hear that she was 15 years old. I can't say that now. I didn't hear she was 15. No, I didn't hear that. I believe she was an adult. Let's make that for the record. I don't think Patrick was playing with kids. You know, I'm a little different of a content creator. I just don't go making shit up on people if I ain't never heard something about it or fucking know anything about the shit. Come on now.
Oh, your audio is really messed up.
Yeah, your audio.
She was underage. Huh? Okay. She was not 15.
Technical issues.
And that was with the state.
I
They
don't think
had
so, man. I don't
apartments
think so
for
either.
a lot of mentally challenged people, and they all had their own caretaker.
Well, we need to find out. We need to find out. We need to find out then. But I don't think that's the case. If that, I don't know. We need to find out then.
And they let them stay in their own apartments, but they didn't interact with the outside or anything like that. Basically, once the state
That's a
stepped
whole
in,
different state. That's a
they're
whole
their
different thing.
guardians. And there ain't going to be no going up to Ray Lorraine or Timmy saying,
I'll
"Hey,
have
let me
to know
take a
about that
picture," and stuff like that. They're going to make sure
before I say that.
they are healthy, taken care of, and everything.
I don't think she was under 18 because that would give you a child case. No, I'm not talking about the sting operation because the girl, the prostitute was above age. She didn't act like a child. I seen the paperwork on the prostitute thing. Like I could come up here and read that out to y'all, but like it's nothing that it's gonna. I mean, the prostitute wasn't under 18. No, no, I've seen the paperwork on that. They were just trying to get a prostitute for head. There wasn't nothing, anything about a child involved with it. I know that for a fact. That is a fact. The picture sent was his ex-wife. I heard that. So that's not a child. I just don't know who he sent them to. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like throwing like I'm not fucking Toddy.
But that's probably why you're seeing. I don't know, man. Like I said, those ladies was really nice. They're probably, I don't know what they're waiting on, dude. I don't.
Well, the assumption is the process is just going to take time. They have to medically evaluate them, and they got to figure out what's going to be the best thing. I mean, I know people have their opinions on. I mean, some people have said you should have never gotten involved and all that.
I agree. If I knew then what I know now, I agree, 100%. You got to understand. By the time I found this out, I was knee deep in it, guys. I could have got their house built. I knew I could. And
so for everybody that said that Eric got knee deep in this shit, he did. He says it.
I was about to. We had it set up.
Yeah, it wasn't a child, guys.
Yeah,
what else?
I don't think it was a child.
And for anybody sitting on the other side of that, it is so.
I mean, I don't know what any other content creators out here selling or pushing, but I can't push that. I just can't. You know, a lot of times I go through life and I think about what I do to others because I wouldn't want it done to me. You understand? I'm that dude, man. You know, and I can't get up here and say Patrick did something with some child, man. He did. You know, like he didn't send no picture to some kid. That was his ex that was involved with that. The whatever happened in Florida wasn't even him. It was his friend that was trying to get a blowjob, as far as what the paperwork and the police report said, and that wasn't a child. So, you know, I wouldn't want somebody doing that to me, and I'm not going to do that to him either. Regardless of what they do to me, I don't give a fuck.
The same people that are criticizing now are the ones cheering us on. You know?
Yeah, you can't even It's like it's a crime of like trying to get at somebody. It's like a harassment, sexual, like I don't know. Like if you're passing somebody's nudes around, I don't know.
I get it. You know, it's went to hell in a handbasket right now. But yeah, just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, it's a law.
How much you love the videos and wanting this stuff to go down. And then next moment, it's easy for you to say the situation sucks. There's nothing fun about that situation.
Okay, boy. Come here, Kiki.
But they were about to get a home. I was up here working and doing good stuff. Mm-hmm. It wasn't because of my involvement that this is going down. None of it.
Right.
And I have yet to see anybody produce one single thing that says it was. Have you, Dwayne?
No, I've seen people, you know, alleging things
because throwing comments that they don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Exactly. Or out and out lying or providing misinformation on purpose to create confusion and issues. I mean, you know, again, I know people don't know me from anybody, but I've known the guy for a long time. I've known his background. I know the other stuff he's done. And I've been in those conversations with him when this all first started. And his big thing, he wants to help the family. He wants to be transparent.
You want to be on camera?
And for the things that have been said about him, it's disgusting.
And it's people that don't know who the hell I am.
Oh, we're right. Yeah, they have no idea.
Dude, there is no amount of text messages or evidence that there were people.
Yeah, it's something like revenge porn, but they got like different names for it and shit. Yeah, Rue's right, y'all. So yes, revenge porn is what it was. Yeah, it's called something though. They got get on, kid. You can't get all over the keyboard. Go, dude. He just come up here to get in my lap and leave. What a jerk.
Well, you got to understand, there were people that really, really, really looked up to Patrick. Yeah. And this is a hard blow for him.
For what though? For
and
what?
I'm sorry, but I'm not the one that did this. And right now, I'm not about to take the fall for it either. I've been doing the right thing
Parasocial
the
much,
whole
huh?
time.
It's parasocial to look up to
The
Patrick.
only one. I mean, I don't know how much talk about kind of the stuff we've talked about in the past. I mean, you know, and the hey, let's do the T-shirts and the mugs and all that stuff, and not give anything to the Whitakers. In fact, you said no, that's not right. You could have easily have just said, sure, no problem.
Dude, it could have easily just said, continue on with the freak show.
He loves me.
I didn't have to take them to the movies or go get them haircuts and new clothes and let them take a shower and stuff. I could have just said, continue on with the freak show, because that's what made them famous so far.
Right. Oh, you could have done that formula.
I really wanted them to get better. And it turned into what it turned into. So, but you know what? I'm not going to beat myself up over this. I did what I was supposed to do. And
so I guess what's the path forward? I mean, obviously
there is no path forward. I would love to still build that house. I'm not building it for Betty and Larry and BJ.
Oh, that's a good point. Would you guys still go ahead and build that house for Betty, Larry, and BJ? Put a 1 in the chat if you wouldn't. Put a 2 in the chat if you would. Put a 1 in the chat if you would not. Hell no. Would not build that house for BJ, Larry, and Betty. 2 if you would. I haven't seen a 2 yet. I mean, I think it's safe to say that the 3 were the most cared for. I mean, I think people still care for Betty, but I think once all that happened with Larry, you would just for Betty. See, that's why I threw out the idea of a year's free rent for Betty. But I've got that loophole where she has to be away from those people, you know. And if any way that we could help Betty change like that would be awesome, right? Move her completely away, put her up for a year. As long as she's getting a check every month, she'll be fine to pay her bills. As long as I paid her rent, right? But she's not going to leave those. She's not going to leave Betty or BJ and fucking Larry. That's the only family she got left now. I think they could have got enough donations to buy a home. And then the only thing the Whitakers would have had to done was insure it and pay the taxes. And with a few videos here and there, they could make appearances here and there on podcasts, you know. Boom, they could make that cash easily per year, you know. Because you're gonna have to have insurance on it. You're gonna have to have fucking. You're gonna have to pay your taxes. I think they just they didn't know how to take the family, and you would have had to been able to work with every member of this family to make this happen, and they couldn't work with BJ because BJ had a specific issue, and that was a drug problem. And anytime you have somebody with a drug problem around and they're not getting what they want, they'll ruin the whole thing. And they won't care either. BJ's done that twice to her family now. I would be so ashamed. And you can act like it wasn't BJ's fault, but it's been BJ's fault twice now. Not just once, but twice. Well, if they go buy a house, they're going to pay taxes for sure. Wherever they're living at on that land, they've been paying the taxes on it probably. Because it seems like Betty and them are living in a house that ain't even supposed to be sitting where it's sitting. It's just a trailer put right there. And it's probably sat there so long it's gotten an address. Because it's in the flood zone. It doesn't have a septic anywhere in it. You got a toilet, but where's it pumping to? Right out into the goddamn creek. What's up, Earth? I came home from work today and took a little nap, man. I've had a headache all fucking day, dude. I'll probably stop talking about this, man, for a little while after tonight. For a little while, unless something new pops up. I guess Patrick's on Susan's tonight. Like, we don't care. I really don't care anymore, if you ask me. I really don't truthfully care anymore. They took it out of me, chat. The community, the people involved, they've taken it out of me. Straight into the creek, huh, Harry? It's not enjoyable anymore. I'm so over like hearing some of the craziest narratives in my chat or in my comment section because of what they went over and heard from another creator or what they've heard from another person. It's like, Jesus Christ, bro. Jesus.
And I have zero interest in renovating Patrick's house.
Have you enjoyed it, Lisa?
Right.
I really.
I mean, I don't know if I have any more videos. I think I have one more that they took down. But we'll keep the train moving. We'll keep the train moving. You know, I'm going to bring a show to you anytime. I think I want to get back into following some of the cows, man. Like having more fun streams. Get back into following some of these lol cows out here that are having a blast on the internet. Oh, Patrick's live on his channel. Okay. I get it. Got you. Thank you, Leesky. I appreciate you. We don't care.
Never was trying to
Now you're
donate
just trying to
$4
profit off
grand to
Whitakers
Patrick.
even
I
more.
was trying to let you know $4 grand. I was trying to get out there dollar amounts so you had something.
Recently, there's been a guy named Use Me Only Blade. He was a big Call of Duty creator that used to run around. In the video game, only using his knife in the game. He wouldn't use his gun. But then now he's used his chat to just drink. So people pay him to drink, and it turns into a fucking crazy stream every time, guys. Every fucking time, dude. He's lost his toes because of drinking. And that's the kind of hole he put himself in. Is every time he goes live, nobody will donate to him, nobody will help him unless he's drinking. Calls them lol cows. Yeah, Blade's a fucking funny one, boy. Hey, what's up, Vic? You a member now, girl? Shout out to that. Welcome aboard. Thank you for becoming a member. Much appreciated.
Right now, 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 right now.
I may bring some Bob back into the scene. I may bring Bob back. Bob is busy posting old Amber videos because he's so strung out on Amber. I don't know where Amber is. I think she's in jail. I think she's in jail or she's on the run. But I think she might be in jail. I could look her up. Yeah, Bob's still going weird. He's a weirdo, but he's funny. He's still doing the same thing. I seen him the other day. I seen his van. I didn't see him. He was at the gas station. I was driving by. The same Thorntons he always goes in. Damn, it's still storming here. I don't have to be at work till 8 o'clock tomorrow. That's fire. I get to sleep in like 2 hours. Alexa, set my alarm for 6:15 a.m.
Alarm set for 6:15 a.m.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
To hold accountability before he goes and holds another fundraiser. He's already got
He's a little bit
$4,000
fugly, ain't he?
to do sheetrock and insulation. That was what those walls needed. I know I built my podcast studio, what that cost. And then when
Welcome
he
aboard,
started
Vic.
talking about another fundraiser, I was like, hold up. I want to see a list, what you need, what it costs.
Dude, the Gypsy verse is going crazy right now, too. Gypsy's done been on Morbid's dick and shit, you know? She's back creating content on TikTok, going live and shit with
Everything.
people.
The whole way.
It's going to start
I
acting
was
crazy, too.
a monkey wrench in everything that was going down.
You were. I said that, didn't I? I said Eric came down there and put a monkey wrench in everything.
Dwayne, the amount of calls that I've got, not related to this, but out of scams that was going on.
Yeah, Heather's still in jail. She got her case continued again. But we'll check back in with Heather. I thought about doing a Heather stream the other night. Yep. Let's see, letting all my new people see who Heather Brooke Clark is. She could be soon getting out of jail, man. All she's probably got to do is just plead guilty soon, and she could get the fuck out. But she's one of them girls that go, I didn't do anything wrong. You're not going to convict me of anything that I didn't do. Oh, she has to make a statement. Y'all will love Heather Brooke. She's country too, and she's a hellion. Thank you for the gifts, everybody. I appreciate y'all for sending me the gifts. I've not been in my studio side to see them, but I do see them. I got a hamburger. What was that? Ooh, I got hearts. Ooh, I see them. I see the gifts now. Shout out to the gifts, y'all. Much love to y'all, man. I appreciate all the gifts. Freezer porn. I'm sorry, y'all. I've not been excited this stream at all. My head has been pounding. It's just been fucking one of those days, guys. And I got to work all the way until Friday. Gold coins, too? That's what they were? Okay. I thought they looked like hamburgers. That was funny. I see the hearts are getting pushed. Oh, thank you for the hearts, guys. I see the little hearts you guys are pushing. If I type the letter D or write it, it doesn't show up, but Hillbilly did it. Really? Just D? That's weird. I don't know. Maybe they have it. Maybe they're trying to circle you out, Lisa. Tell them, hell, fuck YouTube. Jelly Roll and Bunny are splitting up. You guys hear about that? I don't know. I don't have any fucking words blocked or anything. My channel's wide open. Y'all can say anything in this bitch. Thank you, Rue. I feel like shit. My head's hurting. Like it's like my sinuses. Ever since I started turning my damn air on, I've been waking up with my nose fucking clogged up, my head hurting. No doctor has contacted me, so I must be doing good, y'all. I went to see the doctor after all my surgeries and shit. After all the surgery stuff, it was my last, I guess my post-op visit. They ran urine screens and blood screens, and they said if they contact me if anything was wrong. If they didn't, then I'm good. They haven't contacted me, y'all. And I know that they've come back because I've gotten an email about them in my records. Thank you, Regina. Oh, he's got his other girlfriend pregnant. That's ugly, Jelly. Check your air filter ducts. Oh, fuck. I don't even think they changed my air filter last summer. Oh, because she couldn't have a baby. Sometimes that's a make or break for men, man. If you can't make a baby, then and you want a baby, couldn't they have adopted though? I don't know. That's a tough decision. And if you're rich like that, you should definitely have you a woman that can get pregnant if you want to have a family. I think if you're rich, you should make a lot of kids. You should populate the world with a lot of children. Give maintenance. Fuck, I don't even want them motherfuckers in my house. Yeah, I used to listen to Jelly Roll when he was street rap, like Tennessee street rap, and then he just kind of like made this weird shift into like country music, and it looks real fake to me. It looks fake. It looks propped up by the music industry. Um, and it looks very poserish to me. I'm sorry. I watched these guys come up. There's a lot of these dudes. There's one from my fucking town right now that used to think he was a street rapper and shit, then got into these street rap, and then fucking now he's onto these country rappers because that's the only lane they got to go. They don't make it in street rap because they're not fucking street. And they find out real quick that it ain't gonna make nothing, so they pose onto this next pose. And then they're this next person, whatever fucking fits and can make them rich. That's what they stick with, man. And it just looks fucking fake to me. I hate to say it, but the most country out of all of them is Ryan Upchurch, and he's even going through his shit that I don't care for. You know, like I've lost a lot of care and faith in Ryan Upchurch as well. You know, I think everybody has all their own transgressions, their own issues, their own problems, and when you're on the internet, it amplifies them. When you bring it to the internet, it amplifies it because now you got so many more people knowing about it. You know what I mean? When it's just, it's hard. It's real fucking hard. Like Ryan's probably a really good guy, but I think he suffered through drug addiction now. I think he's going through divorce or like problems with his mother, his child. Like just like what happened on the White House lawn. You had a guy that was so cocky that didn't do anything but speak about himself. I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to do that to you. I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to do that to you. And he got fucking beat up so bad he couldn't even get up off of his stool to keep the fight going. So that's the way I feel about it. You know, you got to, if you're going to get into it, be ready for it to come back to you. And always humble yourself, man. Always. You'll always have somebody out there that can beat you in anything you can do. Even AI. Like, even AI. Hell yeah, you got 50 joules. Sweet. 50 joules, baby. Somebody hitting that heart button. I appreciate y'all. tapping the heart button like a motherfucker, y'all. Let's hear a little bit more what Eric Carroll has to say.
Would blow your mind. There was another one.
I've been here 2
related
hours.
to
I
this.
appreciate the love, you
I will
guys.
keep the gentleman anonymous. There was a team of investors, high-powered CEOs, going to pay for the Whitaker home that were talking to Patrick. I had no idea what was going on. They finally reached out to me when they started hearing what was going on. They said, we saw early on you talking about the trust and the Amish and wanted to put.
I'm really tired of hearing the same things. Sorry.
I guess he's done some over there. I don't really mess with any of that. It was never really my thing, but that was me trying to say, if you are going to do it in a way that's honest, where at the end of the year, you pay taxes on it. This is what came in. This is what goes to the Whitakers. This is what goes to you. And then everything is honest. But that's not what was going on here, guys. And I can tell you.
Yeah, there were several guys, man, that got arrested. There's been several people that wanted to do something to the UFC White House event. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to stop covering one thing per live stream. You see what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna try my best to gear away from that and bring you guys more of a variety show and more of a stable like show. You know what I mean? Instead of just like 2 hours on one topic, what about 3 different topics? You know what I mean? Because there's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on in the world. And let's say one of those topics are the Whitakers, right? No problem. And then one might be what's going on with Gypsy Rose right now. But let's, I'm thinking of focusing like 30 to 40 minutes on one topic and then moving on, and then go to the next. And we might talk about the same 3 topics for a week, but it's always going to be more of a variety show. I'm trying to think of the best way to deliver you guys the best possible experience. That's all I'm ever trying to do. So I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys for hanging out with me so long tonight. This was fun. It doesn't mean I'm going to quit talking about the Whitakers. It just means I'm done with my little run right now. I'm kind of burnt out about it. It's no fun anymore to me, to be honest. It's a good conversation piece with you guys. I enjoy that I'm able to have so much conversation with you, the chat, but it's not any fun to me anymore. It's not enjoyable. I don't feel like I'm going to learn anything new. I don't feel like anything's going to change my mind. You guys have a beautiful evening, man. You too, Brooks. Shout out to y'all, man. God bless y'all. Hug y'all families. Tell them you love them, man. Appreciate you. See you guys again tomorrow.